What's going on, everyone? Anthony Drew Gary here, host of The How To Show, where we talk about optimizing life, money, and happiness one how-to at a time. This week we are going to talk about how to stop forgetting things. And this is something that I have struggled with, something that I still think I need to get better at. But I want to share with you what I've learned over the years, really over the time period of being an adult, that have helped me get the most out of life by stopping my forgetful habits and making sure that I remember to do things that are important both to me, to my family, to my employer, really to just make myself a little more accountable in a lot of different ways. And really, if you take only one thing away from this video, it's that when you think about things, your brain is really for generating ideas, and your brain's really not for having to remember things. And so, to the best of your ability, if you can get things out of your brain, you won't have to remember them, and you can use your brain to come up with new ideas, to think about new things, to be a little more innovative in whatever it looks like for your life. But really what we're getting at is a situation where we need to get all of the things that we need to do in a day out of our head. And so that can come to look a couple of different ways depending on basically how technologically savvy and how well you want to be connected digitally. I can tell you that I still do this old school in a sense, and so I will show you. This is my old school planner book. It's got a lot of things in there, and if my mic just muted because I just covered it, that's because I forgot about that. I should have written it down. So the thought here is that I take things that I need to remember, get them out of my head, get them onto paper, and ultimately it leaves me a little less risk of forgetting important things. And I can flip through there later in August. My anniversary is in this book, and so if you're watching, write your anniversary down in your book so that you make sure that you remember that. But really just for day-to-day things as well. It'll help you be a little bit more cognizant of what you have to do because you've gotten it out of your brain, written down onto something that you can count on later on to remember those things. And if you're one of those people that happens to toss and turn at night because you're thinking about all of the different things that you might have to do the next day, or just looming things that are in your head, this is a good scenario for that. What I would recommend is to get something like this, or if you don't want to go and buy one of those, you can use recycled backs of Christmas cards like I do. Take a stack of these or take a notepad and sit it on your nightstand. And what you can do there is really, when you've got a thought that's keeping you up at night, just write it down by your bedside. It'll be there for you when you wake up, and you don't have to run the risk of forgetting it while you sleep. It'll let you relax a little bit while you're in bed. It's a good thing. I've done it myself. Again, use your spares here. If you checked out the video about how to save money on Christmas cards, if you haven't, link above here. So ultimately what we're getting at is just have a way to memorize things, or have a way to remember things that's not your brain. Use some sort of paper, or if you're in the high-tech world like a lot of folks are, you can do this digitally in a couple of different ways. And so if it comes down to it and you want to make use of your phone, the Notes app is really good for this. You can do to-do lists in there. You can just have running streams of consciousness in there too. Yeah, the basic iPhone system has reminders that you can set up, and you can connect that to Siri as well. So you can plug in, "Hey Siri, remind me to do this and at this time," and that can help too. There are also some third-party apps that can help you remind yourselves of different things. I know that Todoist, Todoist, is a popular one there. I've tried it out, and frankly, what I have found is that the pen and paper mentality is working a little better for me, because frankly, every time I pick up my phone, it presents an opportunity for me to get sidetracked with something else. Rarely do I pick up my phone and just look through my to-do list without getting into some other social media or email or something else that probably shouldn't have taken up my time at that point in the day. So I try to do these things on paper, but I will say that I use a different feature from my phone when it comes to wanting to remember things. Let's say that I saw something while scrolling the internet, or something important from an email, or something fun from social media. I will hit the screen capture button with my phone, and that starts to create a to-do list out of my camera roll inside my pictures. And so I try to delete pictures as necessary, and so when you get into there, you get your camera roll with different things that'll remind you that you have to do. Every so often, you can use that as a way to memorize things visually that you couldn't necessarily write down, sketch, or whatever it might look like in a notebook form. So hopefully this is content that is useful for you, and you can use it to help you stop forgetting things. I know it'll benefit you if you can stop forgetting at least one extra thing a day. I know it benefits me when I stop forgetting things that my wife, daughter, employer, family, parents, any of the above. If I can be a little bit better to them, that's something that I want to strive for. And so if that's you as well, I hope this has been helpful for you. That's going to bring this episode of the show to a close. If you know anybody that can get value out of this video, or if you just want to poke some fun at somebody who's really forgetful, send this video to them and hopefully they'll get some actionable tips from it. Or if you think this is a video that all of YouTube should be watching, hit the like button to let the YouTube algorithm know that. And if you like the videos I'm putting out, want to be the first to know about new content, hit the subscribe button and hit the notification bell so that you can know when new content is coming out. If you are a podcaster, you can find the show at Anthony Drew Gary or The How To Show on the podcast player of your choice. And if you've got any topics or feedback for the show, leave a comment down below. I engage with every single one of them, have fun doing it, and I want to engage with you there as well. Or if you have an idea for a guest for future episodes of the show, leave a note down there for that as well. Until next time, this is Anthony Drew Gary, host of The How To Show, signing off.